केही नियमहरूको बारेमा जानकारी गराउन चाहन्छु। नानीहरूलाई हामी 4 मिनेटको समय उपलब्ध गराउने छौँ। 4 मिनेटको समयमा आफ्नो विषयवस्तु कुराहरू सबै राखिसक्नुपर्नेछ र जब 3 मिनेट हुन्छ हामी टिङ्ग घन्टी बजाएर जनाउ दिनेछौँ र बाँकी रहेको 1 मिनेटमा आफूले आफ्नो स्पिच टुङ्ग्याउनु पर्नेछ। यो एउटा नियम। अर्को नियम, आफ्नो पालो आउनुभन्दा 5 मिनेट अगाडि शीर्षक उपलब्ध गराइनेछ। अर्को कुरा, नानीहरूले आफ्नो स्कुलको नाम आफ्नो नाम भनिराख्नु पर्दैन। सरहरूले कोड नम्बर दिनुहुन्छ, पछाडि कोड नम्बर भन्नुपर्छ र यति नै हो छोटो नियम। र सबैभन्दा पहिला ब्राइट स्टारबाट भूपेन्द्र राजवंशीलाई आफ्नो प्रेजेन्टेसनका निमित्त हार्दिक अनुरोध गर्दछु।
Good afternoon everyone, respected judges, chairperson, teachers and all of my dear friends. Today I am glad to stand in front of you all and to take part in extemporary speech competition. I am happy to get this golden opportunity to take part to deliver my short and sweet speech on democracy for development.
Thank you भूपिन भाइ। अब अनुज कर्णलाई आफ्नो प्रस्तुति राखिदिनको लागि हार्दिक अनुरोध गर्दछु।
On this very opportunity of Literacy Day, I want to start my speech by a short proverb that the capacity to learn is a gift, the ability to learn is a skill, and the willingness to learn is a choice. Happy Literacy Day to you all. A very warm welcome and good afternoon to Honorable Chairperson, Chief Guest, respected judges, my dear friends, participants and everyone present here. Firstly, I would like to thank the Papsan Bhadrapur for being the organizer of this extempore speech competition and providing us students a stage for showing our talent. This is myself from the school code number 12. I am really glad and find this a state of honor to stand in front of you all and express some of my opinions on the following topic: importance of air transportations. As humans, we need facilities and services. Move from one place to another place. Transportation is one of the cheapest and the most common means of facilities that we get in today's life. Transportation is a process of moving from one place to another place, either people, goods or supplies. The development of transportation in Nepal started since 2013 BS. The first road transportation, the first pathway was established by King Tribhuvan on 2013 BS. The longest ever calculated highway of Nepal is said to be Mahendra Highway, and now there is also another form of transportation in Nepal as air transportation. The development of air transportation in Nepal was since 1953. There are almost 54 airports in Nepal. Most of them work throughout the year. Air transportation has helped us civilians and citizens a lot. Now it has become very useful and very convenient for a person to travel from Bhadrapur to Kathmandu in just 45 minutes. This is all because of modern technology and air transportations. The government has also put tons of effort on developing these air transportations and its means. At contrast, I want to say that air transportation is very useful for school. Thank you.
Thank you, Anuj. Now next candidate, Aryan Koirala.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, a student of code number 15, standing in front of you, and I would like to give a warm welcome to you all. First of all, I have a reason for standing in front of you all, and that reason is to talk about the importance of electric appliances. First of all, what are the electric appliances? Those goods which are used or which run from the electricity is called electric appliances. Today we are surrounded all over with electric appliances, and it is a very most essential part of our life. Electric appliances has become the most developing sector of any aspect, and it has developed the whole world in a new way. It has created a new era for this world, and in today's the 21st century, we all know that how important electric appliances are. We use washing machine, we use television for information, we use radio and even internet. Even if we don't have any electric appliances, we can't even use the internet, which have become a biggest boon for our life, and it is the most essential part of our life. We all know how it is important. You all can take example of your own life, like from day-to-day activities we all use electric appliances. The absence of electric appliances can make a huge difference in our lifestyle, and it has huge difference in our lifestyle, and it can also impact the aspect of anyone's behavior, anyone intelligence or anything. We all know from day-to-day activities we use many type of electric appliances. And we use them in a repetition process. If you use TV today, you will use TV in another day also, and it has been a great aspect. It's not like you don't use TV in another day. You always use TV and every day, and it shows that the importance of electric appliances in human life is playing a great role, and it has also been a very well developed sector. And by saying this much, I want to conclude my speech, and I would like to take leave from here. Thank you.
Thank you, Aryan. र अब नेक्स्ट क्यान्डिडेट इमनको पालो रहेको जानकारी गराउँछु.
Honorable Chairperson, respected Chief Guest, distinguished guest, impartial judges, principals, teachers, representatives of different schools, and all my dear friends. With full of respect, Namaste and a warm good afternoon to you all. My name is Iman Limbu from Standard 10, representing to code number 16. Today I am over here in front of you all in order to deliver a short speech on the topic of recycling and reuse. And it forwards like this: recycling. It simply is a term which refers to the process of reusing those waste materials up to their full extent. We are in a world where everything is limited. Even the ultimate source of energy, money, these all things are limited. So if we know the use of recycling, we can play an important role by preserving them in a proper way. Reusing those waste products can help us a lot. It can give a huge amount of benefits to us. It helps us to prevent from different types of pollutions like water pollution, air pollution, land pollutions, and all. Materials like plastics, bottles, these can be reused, and we can be able to preserve it in a proper amount. Recycling, it helps in elevation of environmental degradation. We can be able to preserve environmental conservation in an simple and complex way. Those non-renewable sources like petroleum products, coal, these also can be replaced through different types of alternative source of energy. Like electricity, it is an eco-friendly energy source which can help us in source of like heat, light, in order to develop different kinds of modern technologies and as well as vehicles. By saying this much, I would like to conclude my short speech on this topic here. Thank you.
Thank you, Iman. Our next candidate, Saksham Dal.
Respected chairpersons, vice chairpersons, chief guest, teachers, brothers, sisters, and all my dear friends. It's me, Saksham Dahal, from grade 9, belonging to the school code number 17. First of all, I would like to thank Bhadraur Papson for organizing such a special and educating program. I am here to deliver a speech, and the topic given to me is tourism and economic development. First of all, tourists are the person who usually tour the whole world for their acknowledgement, knowledge, betterment. Tourists usually visit the place which it has a economic and historical religious side. For example, Nepal is also one of that country where tourists usually visit. Tourists does not visit to their modern technology era. Tourists usually visit the old and historical places. The number of tourists visiting in Nepal was increased. But due to this pandemic COVID-19, the number of tourists who have visited the Nepal was decreased. So the place where tourists usually live, that place will be developed. The place where roads are not being connected, that should be fully facilitated. Nepal government also should keep the development. Nepal government also should think about the development where tourists usually go and visit for the feedback of Nepal. Tourism and economic development of Nepal is very good. Thank you.
Thank you, Saksham. अब निशान गिरी.
Honorable Chairperson, Chief Guest, Dignified Guest, equally honored social personalities, teacher representative from different well-esteemed schools, and entirely representing my participating and non-participating fellows. I want to offer my warm namaste to you all. And the marks, the members of the jury board who are here to evaluate as an expression and to give fair reporting judgment with the skills of justice in their hand. Ladies and gentlemen, the boy standing in front of you with a bond of impression and optimistic thought in his mind is me myself, dash dash. And I want to express my heartfelt gratitude and reverence to the organizing committee for giving me this wonderful opportunity to express my view on a body issue. Traveling broadens the mind. As we know that we are human beings. We have the nature of curiosity. We travel many places all around the world. When we travel, we came to know many things, such as salesmen travel for business, many scientists travel for research, and many people travel for their useful work. Traveling is most important factor for a student like us. When we travel, we came to know a lot of things, such as when we travel, we came to know the real experiences. We can solve our doubts that we have learned from our books. When we travel, we can connect with the people directly, and we can know the culture, tradition, rituals, how the people live, and how they are living there. We can also know the climate condition of a place. One can take the full advantages of traveling when he or she has the eyes to see, ear to hear, and curiosity to learn. One can travel and solve his or her doubts. One can travel and learn. One can travel and solve his or her doubts and can learn of various things, such as when we travel, our mind will broaden. When we travel, our mind will be fresh. Isn't it? Do you agree with me? Yes. When we travel, our mind will be fresh. We came to know a lot of things when we travel. So, if you also get a free and leisure time, you need to travel various things. We have various beautiful places on Nepal to travel and to broaden our mind. At last, I want to conclude myself telling that traveling is the most useful thing for a student like us. And traveling broadens our mind. If we get leisure time to travel, then we need to travel various things such as Pokhara, Mustang, Muktinang, etc. We can travel various places such as, I have already discussed the places name. We students like us can solve our doubts that we have studied on our books. Like if we study the places like Lumbini on our books, then I am sure that we cannot solve our doubts by just reading itself in our book. But when we came to know, when we travel the place Lumbini, we can solve our doubts. We can look the places and experience it in our real life. So I want to conclude myself telling that traveling is the most important factor for a student like us, and we need to travel whenever we get a free and leisure time. In this way, I want to conclude my speech here. Thank you everyone for listening me. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Nishan Giri. Now, next candidate, Shisam Rai.
Honorable Chairpersons, respected judges, and all my dear friends and inviters, participators, not participators, I'd like to say good afternoon to you. I'm in front of you to deliver a speech on the topic of global warming and climate change. Global warming refers to the increase of temperature. It is occurred due to the more production of greenhouse gases in environment. When we use more natural resources like metals and that more things, we need environment, not industries, for making it in use. We forgot that our environment is also necessary for our humankind and living. Global warming is the reason of fact that climate change occurs. Global warming is one of the most reasons that climate change occurs in Earth. If industries are mostly used for producing the gases, carbon dioxides and more chlorofluorocarbons and greenhouse gases, it destroys the ozone layer, which used to stop the greenhouse gases, and more production of greenhouse gases is done. Global warming is the effect that people may do not get oxygen because global warming used to dry the earth's surface, and it used to reduce water from earth. Global warming is one of the most increasing pollution. Now I would like to conclude my short speech. Thank you.
Now next candidate, Aryan Shah.
Good afternoon, everyone. Honorable Chairperson, respected judges, teachers, distinguished guests, all my brothers and sisters, and my dear friend. Today in this fine afternoon, it's me, Aryan Shah from Aryan Shah, and my code number is 24. And today I'm here to deliver a short and sweet speech. And the topic of my speech is politics of Nepal and political culture. Politics of Nepal and a political culture. A very common, a very interesting topic, isn't it? Politics of Nepal. In simple word, the present government or political party which is ruling our country, or the constitution or the supreme law of the country, that is simply known as the politics of Nepal. In Nepal, in the world, which is known as one of the developing country in the world, and this Nepal is developing country. Why it is a developing country? Here a question arises. The simple fact why Nepal is democracy not developing just a developing country, I think is because of corruption. And not only corruption happening in politics. Corruption happening in politics. It's like if you want to talk about the past of Nepal, then for politics, for establishing politics and democratic, making Nepal as a democratic country, different kind of movements has been taken on for Nepal. If you want to talk about Nepal politics, then at present the Prime Minister of Nepal is Sher Bahadur Dewpa. And Nepal politics in the world is known as one of the most dirtiest game. If you want to talk about politics, then there always comes a corruption, one of the biggest thing, corruption. And in the world, our country Nepal is also in very much that high ranking in corruption. And people for doing, we have even realized in our life that for doing any work, doing any government work, we have to do corruption. Like if you are going to do for a development project, then do it fast for me. Like this, the corruption is taken, and this thing is hindering the development of country. And not only that much, our country Nepal is known as political instability country. In simple sense, it means change of politics suddenly, like from MLA to another party. It is simply called as political instability, and our country is known as political instability country. And due to this, the plans are made, but due to sudden change of government, the plans are not implemented. And due to this not implementation of plan, and the development work is not done. And if plans are implemented, then also if plans are made, then also not implemented. And if plans are implemented, then also time to time not checking of that plans. Like does it has any positive effect in our country or negative effect in our country. And another thing is political culture. It is in simple sense, it means how our country politics is, it is known as political culture. If there is selection, if political culture, if you want to talk about political culture, then if there is selection of political parties by different bodies, that is constitutional body, National Assembly, it is called political culture. In our country, one of the political, if you want to talk about politics, is then our country is known as one of the democratic country also, as we know. And for that, many movements has been taken, and in democracy was established in 2007, and politics of Nepal. politics. At last, I want to say that our country is in danger, and if this political instability and corruption is going to take in our country, then our country from childhood, which we are listening as a developing country, will never be a developed country. So the youth will come in the politics like Balensa. If you want to take example, then Balensa, Kathmandu. In Kathmandu, he's now right now mayor of Kathmandu, and he's a youth, and he's doing a lot of changes in politics. And not only just one youth has been stand up, and by that different politics parties has also been in different politics has been scared, and they have also the one who used to do bad work, the one who used to not do work effectively. Everyone's eyes are wake up open, and every political parties is doing for the development, but like balance are different organizations, different and works, social works which have been done by selling this much.
Arensa. Now Honorable Khadka.
Good afternoon, everyone. Honorable Chief Guest, respected teachers, brothers, sisters, and my dear friends. It's me, presenting code number 25, going to deliver a short speech on the topic Science as a Boon and Curse. Science is also known as boon because science has helped us in many technologies, like in transportation. When we travel a long places, science has helped us because in a short period of time we can travel a long distance. Also, science has helped us in AI technology. Science has made our life very easier, convenient, and also reliable. Also, science has curse because science has also made our life very slow, and it has also affect our daily life. Science it creates a very bad impact on the mind of children. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Khadka. Now Chitish Thapa.
Honorable Chairperson, Chief Guest, all the panels of judges, respective teachers, and my dear friends. Today, me Chitish Thapa of grade 10. Today, me here to deliver a short speech on the topic of community forest in Nepal from the code number 26. Firstly, I'd like to thank the Passion community for giving me such a great opportunity to deliver, to stand in front of you and deliver a speech to share my views, opinions, and thoughts. As we know, natural resources has played a great role in the development of the country. Nepal is very rich in natural resources. It is rich in natural resources, in water resources, forest, etc. It has attracted a majority of tourists in our country. Forest is one of the major reasons for the attraction of tourists. Nepal has also through these natural resources, Nepal has on the foreign currency. These are some advantages. So community forest helps to community forest helps to community forest over the people by launching awareness programs to conserve the forest and maintain its beauty, because tourists don't like the at last I want to say that we must make people aware about the natural resources of a country like forest, and make them aware to control the natural beauty of it, because it is our pride and we must preserve it. By saying this one, I like to conclude my speech. Thank you.
Chitish, our last candidate Stephen Rai, त्यसपश्चात केटीहरुको पालो रहेको छ। केटीहरुलाई तयारी भएर अवस्थामा बस्दिन म हार्दिक अनुरोध गर्दछु।
Teachers, my competitors, brothers and sisters, and all my dear friends, good afternoon to you all. I am very much glad and thankful for delivering a speech on the topic of importance of personal hygiene. Hygiene is all about the cleanliness and sanitation of our body. We should make our body always neat and clean, and there is lots of things from which we can make our body clean. And the people of nowadays, the people are more using smoking, alcohol, and etc. We should not use smoking because it will affect our health and also affect the environment. So we have to minimize smoking and this all things. So we should not use these types of things, and we have to wash and clean up our body regular take bath and other etc. And the most thing is we should be always neat and clean, and it will make our body always healthy. It will protect from the germs and diseases, harmful diseases. While going outside we should put masks, and while coming home we have to wash our hand twice, so it will make our body far from a disease. So we all have to be always clean. There is a many importance of personal hygiene, and the personal hygiene helps us in very it will teach us to be a cleanliness, and the people, if people be the neat and clean, and it will be a healthy, and if will be healthy, then it will can get proper it will perform a proper performance in every sector where they can give their 100%. And the most important things is the people we use wash our hand, and there is lots of things. I want to say that we should always be clean wherever we are, and for the new generation we have to say be always cleanliness, and if they become fit and healthy, our country is also developed, and also it will help in our economic growth, etc. I want to conclude my speech by saying this much, and we all have to be always neat and clean, and we always be neat and clean. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephen. र बोइज क्याटेगोरीको सकिएको छ। अब गर्ल्स क्याटेगोरी अन्तर्गतको नानीहरूलाई म बोलाउन लागिरहेको छु, र गर्ल्स क्याटेगोरी अन्तर्गत पहिलो नम्बरमा ग्रीष्मा थापा।
I would like to start my speech by the day of my thought, and the day of my thought is if we should always do better, because we grow a plant today, we'll harvest tomorrow. Today a reader, tomorrow a leader. Today is Thursday, September 8th. Happy Literacy Day to you all. A warm welcome and good afternoon to the chief guest, guest of honor, chairperson, honorable principal sir, respected teachers, and all the participants who are present over here. I, Grishma Thapa from code number 12, is standing in front of you to express my views on the topic of global warming. As you all know that global warming is the increment in weather due to the increment of greenhouse gases, pollution, smoke and dust from industry and factories, and its main cause is deforestation. The problem of global warming in our earth should be prevented by we human beings. It's our role and duty to protect and preserve our earth from global warming. To prevent our earth from global warming, we human beings should do public awareness and providing knowledge and education to the uneducated and illiterate people who are really unknown about the causes and problems which are holding in our earth, just like global warming. So to prevent this problem and to overcome with this problem, we human beings have to save our forest and less use of chemical fertilizers, insecticide, pesticides in our land, and also we should reduce chemical which has been flowed to the banks of the river from industry and our factories. So it's our responsibilities. We all human beings should protect and preserve our earth, nature, natural resources, and should overcome this problem like global warming. By saying this much, I would like to conclude my speech. Thank you. Have a good day.
ग्रीष्मा नानीलाई thank you very much. रिया तामाङको पालो, रिया पश्चात कर्म गुरुङको पालो.
Good afternoon to you all. Honorable Chairperson, good afternoon to you all. Honorable Chairperson, presented guests, teachers from different schools, my participated friends as well as unparticipated friends. It's me representing the code number 15 and standing in front of you to deliver a short speech on the topic unemployment problem in Nepal. What's unemployment? The person who doesn't have work or who didn't work is called unemployment. Nepal is causing the problem of unemployment in Nepal nowadays. Unemployment people, Nepal is a developing country and Nepal has to be a developed country in today's world. The people who are on, thank you.
Priya, now Karma Guru.
Honorable Chairperson, respected Chief Guest, distinguished impartial judges and representatives from different schools. I am Karma Guru from Greenfield School and my code number is 16, and today I am going to talk about role of private school in education development. Education means, thank you.
Okay, thank you Karmu. Now Kriti, Nepal.
Good afternoon everyone. Respected Chairperson, Vice Chairperson, panel of judges, teachers, brothers, sisters and all my dear friends. Today me, Akriti Nepal, standing in front of you to deliver a short speech on the topic of use and misuse of mobile phone. Before I start my topic, I want to thank the Pepsin organization for giving me this golden opportunity. Now I want to start my topic, use and misuse of mobile phone. Mobile phone is a very important thing in human life. Many people are using mobile phone, but due to lockdown, many people are addicted to mobile phone, which has become a rare problem to home. Mobile phone has become a very dangerous to everyone, because not only the young one but also the smaller one also started to using the mobile phone in a very bad manner. If we use the mobile phone in a positive way, we can develop our nation. But if we use in a negative way, we can, obviously it will be a negative. By saying this, I want to complete my speech. Thank you.
Thank you Akriti. Now Unica Bojel.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Honorable Chairperson, respected panel of judges, today's special guests, principals and teachers from different schools and everyone present here. Today, in this World Literacy Day, I am standing as a competitor. My today's code number is 18. Moving further to the topics, my today's topic is rivers and development. As we all know that Nepal is one of the most beautiful countries in the world, which lies in the heart of continent. Rivers, there are many rivers in Nepal. There are many rivers in Nepal which helps in the country's economy, which is also the backbones of countries, because rivers attracts tourists which helps in country's economy. There are many rivers like Bagmati, Kosi, Mechi and many others. While rivers is used for different purposes like for rafting, irrigations and many others. Rivers are supplementary to development. While visiting our countries and while visiting our countries, many tourists throw wastage near side of the rivers, which makes the rivers distracted. And not only that, many tourists makes the rivers dirty by doing different purposes while urinating in rivers and many other things, which makes the rivers dirty. In today's generations, rivers is used for, our country Nepal is using river resources for hydroelectricity also, which by using that rivers water only, Nepal can produce 83,000 megawatt, which can contribute electricity to whole Nepal. Lastly, I
Thank you, Unica. Now Priyanka Rajbangshi.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today in this fine day, I would like to speak over the brain drains hinders the development. Many people are going to foreign countries and going to get education that is simply brain drain. Because of this years our country is not becoming the development. By saying this was I want to complete my statement.
Thank you, Priyanka Rajbangshi. Now Annie Magar.
Honorable chairpersons, respective panels of judges, all the invitees, participants, teachers and all my dear friends, good afternoon. I came here from a school whose code number is 23. I'd like to thank my school for giving me this golden opportunity to express my view on the topic of impact of television. Television has positive and negative impacts. For instance, television, if we watch television for a long period of time, then it can affect to our eye that we may be blind. Likewise, if we look TV for instant amount of time, then we can get lots of news whatever having in our country. Nowadays, many youths are attracted towards television, but if likewise, if children are attracted towards television, then their eyesight may be affected by television. But we need to stop this. We should look for a short period of time for gaining knowledge, news, etc. Television also affect development activities. From television, we can learn so many things that we cannot learn from book also. Television is good for our health to look, but for a short period of time. Now I'd like to conclude my speech by saying that we should look television in a short period of time for not long period of time. Thank you.
Thank you, Annie Magar. Now Unisha Khatri.
Thank you so much, host. Honorable Chairperson, the Chief Guest, dignified guests, other social personalities, respected jury members, and all my competitive as well as non-competitive friends, and all teachers from different schools. It's me, and today I'm here representing code number 24, and the topic for my speech today is drug abuse and its impact in life. Before going deep down into the topic, I want to give a short introduction of what actually a drug is. A drug is a toxic substance that affects a person's life, both mentally and physically. And using that same drug in excessive amount, it is known as drug abuse. And as we all know that everything in this world has its advantages and its disadvantages. Like that, drug also has its own advantage and its own disadvantage. Coming to the advantage, drugs is also used in making medicines and curing many diseases. Whereas coming to the disadvantages, drug also hinders the development of a country. When a person becomes addicted to drug, then he or she cannot think. His or her mind becomes unconscious, and he or she cannot take decision by her own. And also, when people get addicted to drugs, then people start to do domestic violence in the family. There will be no peace in the society. Everyday violence and screaming and fighting. It is all because of drug abuse. When a person becomes addicted to drug, then when he or she does not get enough money to buy such toxins, such harmful toxins, then he or she does commit criminal activities, including murder, theft, raping, and other such very sad criminal activities. Also, when people get addicted to drugs, then he or she cannot develop a country. because he or she cannot even think about herself. How is she? How is her hygiene? She cannot think about these things. All she or he thinks is about drug abuse or drug, and how she can earn money to buy such toxins. And when he or she does not get such money, when he or she doesn't get enough money, then he or she start becoming a criminal. He or she becomes danger for a society, because he or she does not have conscious mind and can do anything at any time. So such people should be educated. Such people should be helped by many organizations, and our country Nepal should provide more concern regarding this matter. Many youths of our country Nepal is involved in drug abuse, and they are not even thinking about its consequences. And because of that, it is also hindering the development of our country Nepal. Because when youths are involved in such drug abuse, then how will they able to develop our country when they are not even able to think about themselves? Then how will they be able to think about our country? And at last, overall, what I want to say is that drug abuse is very bad, and for our health, for the development of our country. So this is the reason that we should help the people. We should help the people who are addicted to drugs, and we should not discourage them. Instead, we should encourage them. By saying this much, I want to conclude my speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Yunisha. Now, Naina Agrawal.
Honorable Chairperson, Chief Guest, panel of judges, respective teachers, and my dear friends. My school code is 26. I am standing in front of you all to deliver a short speech on the topic of mountains of Nepal. Firstly, I would like to thank the Pepson committee who gave such a golden opportunity to me and all the participants present here. And my speech begins. Our country name is Nepal. Nepal is a landlocked country. The word Nepal is derived from two magical words, Ni and Pala. Nepal is very rich country. By saying this much, I would like to conclude my speech here. Thank you.
Now, Sovereign Praveen. Last candidate, please come.
Honorable Chairperson, distinguished guests, members of Judging Committee, Honorable Principal, teachers, my fellow competitors, and all my junior and brothers, and all my well-wishers. A very good afternoon to you all. Today, me, a contestant to represent code number 29, I'm here for expressing my views to you all. Today, I'm here and I'm very grateful to the committee, to the representing committee and school authority to give me this golden opportunity to speak something in front of you. Today, I'm going to speak on the topic of natural resources and the forest resources and the medicinal resources of Nepal. Here, I'm going to speak about the medicinal resources of Nepal. As we all know, Nepal is a biodiversity country. We can find that Nepal has been categorized into 3 different regions: Himal, Tarai, and hilly region. We can find that all the hilly regions, mountain region, and Tarai region has been categorized in 3 regions with 3 different variations, and it has been carries its certain qualities. Nepal has got most of the forests and timbers with most of the medicinal plants. As we know that people are getting very sick nowadays, and they mostly uses the modern medicines for treating their disease and sicknesses and illness. We can find that the medicines used by the modern technologies has been used as chemical reactions. We can find that before the peoples were very healthy and they would exist till the last of 80 years because they used to use the traditional medicines. They used to use all the available for medicines which was available on the forest. They used to use it Ayurvedic, which was really very useful to them. Now I agree that people were getting okay before using this scientific medicines, but now people are getting very sick nowadays because of using this chemical medicines. We can find that people are using medicines, they get sick but they get okay for some time, but doesn't mean that they are okay with this medicines. We know that we can find many forests, and under that forest we can find lots of medicines like tulsi, amla, yarsagumba, panchaule. These are the common rare medicines which we can find in Nepal. Nepal is such a rich country in medicinal herbs, so as if they produce it as well and export to the other countries, it's ultimately going to benefit the nation. If we export the medicinal herbs in a proper way, it is obvious that Nepal are going to be on the top level of development. As we know that Nepal is really a very rich country on medicinal herbs. If we export it legally and usefully, Nepal is going to be sure developed country. If we use it very well, I'm sure that Nepal will always be on the top of most level in this all. As we know that Nepal is a very small country, though it carries lots of benefits in that world, so as if we export those all medicines to the other countries, we are ultimately going to be very rich on our economy. Not only in the economy, but if people uses the Ayurvedic medicines more than the modern technologies, it is sure that it is going to save their life as more as we must try to save it. And if we save the people's life for once, it is sure that the whole family is going to be happy. And if the whole family is going to be happy, it is sure that the whole society is going to be happy. And if the whole society is going to be happy, ultimately the whole nation is going to be happy, which will create the very vast impact and a very good impact on the development of the nation. We know that Nepal has been Nepal has various medicines which really gives them a very good impact. So if Nepal utilizes this well, I'm sure that one day they are going to be on the topmost level. So at the last, I would like to say all the people's modern medicines, I suggest them to use medicinal herbs of Ayurvedic medicines so as to protect their life. And I would like to request all the candidates here so as they can inform this and make them aware people about how to use the Ayurvedic medicines and get rid of the modern medicines so as they can protect the life of their own and their families, their society and their nation, which will ultimately help them. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Miss Pravin. अब इंग्लिश एक्सटेम्पो स्पिच तर्फको सबै सहभागीहरूको पालो सकिसकेको यहाँलाई जानकारी गराउन चाहन्छु।